Yo, people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for your England versus USA watch along. Let's get into it. Today, yes, I do come out and say madness. I know, wild, right? But I'm going to actually say, do you know what? Come on, England. Wow. Well, come on, England. That's what I just said. Okay, I'm saying it. I mean it. I want them to actually win. Crazy. I want them to beat the Americans. It's going to be a very interesting one, though. We'll see. More than anything, though, I want a good game. I want a good game. Big up everybody in the building. It should be interesting. It should be interesting. Let's get this up on my screen as well. Let's see everybody in the chat. Big up your damn selves as always. The second revolution is happening today, bro. Football versus soccer tonight. It's true. It is football versus soccer. And that's why I have to make sure that, you know, I say I want football to win. Do you know what I mean? I have to say that. I want football to win. I'm going to be giving you my prediction very soon, of course. But yeah, I have to say that I want football to win. We can't have soccer winning. I'm not going to lie to you. We can't be letting that happen. Big up everybody in the building. Make sure you smash up the likes on the way in. England versus USA. The teams are on your screen. It's a big game. It's a big game. It's an opportunity for England really to basically qualify themselves, do you know what I'm saying, and finish this group off after their start against Iran. Let me take a look. What channel will this be on? Probably ITV, maybe BBC. I'm going to take the plunge and go BBC. No, it's not BBC. It's ITV. It's ITV. It's ITV. Okay. All right. Let's make sure that's muted as well. Perfect. Let's see what you guys are telling me in the chat. Soccer wins today. I hope England smash them 4-0. Thoughts on the lineup? But let's get straight into it. Let's get straight into this lineup. Pickford in goal. Trippier, Stones, Maguire, Shaw, Mount, Rice, Bellingham, Saka, Kane, Sterling. Okay, so basically exactly the same as what he went with against Iran. He's gone with the 4-3-3. Considering that, you know, he's never going to really drop, you know, Maguire. I think Maguire probably was decent against Iran anyway, before he came off injured. Can't really complain. You know, if he's not going to pick what you want from the beginning, then after that, there's no point really complaining. You know, he's not going to drop a centre-back like Maguire in the second game. But like I said, would he deserve to be dropped after the way he performed in the first game? No. So if you don't play who we want to see in the beginning, then after that, then there's no point going on about it. I'm happy that he's just sticking with the 4-3-3. I want to see 3 midfielders in the team. I don't want to see this double pivot of Phillips and Rice. I don't want to see this back 3. I don't want to see these things. I want to see the midfield 3. I think the team are a lot more balanced when we see these things. And yeah, here we are. Do you know what I mean? Saka, Kane, Sterling, again, all 3 of them. You know, Kane was brilliant against Iran. Saka, Sterling was brilliant. They all deserve to play again. Not going to rotate, you know, maybe, you know, qualify first. If they do this and get this done, get this job done, then maybe in the last game you might see a little bit of rotation. I don't know. It's the World Cup. There's not many games anyway as it is. Next thing you know, you find yourselves in the semi-finals. So I don't know. You know, it's a squad game. People are going to come off the bench for sure. We saw it, you know, Foden, Grealish, Rashford. The options that England are able to bring off the bench is pretty impressive. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what his strategy is going to be in the last game if he manages to see himself sorted in this one. Okay, let's see what you guys are telling me in the chat. I was meant to get my hair cut today, but then the window of opportunity just with the games on just slowly just dwindled away, and I was like, all right, that ain't gonna happen. Let's see. All right, so let's go through USA. You've got Turner, Dest, Zimmerman, you've got Rem, you've got Robinson. It's pretty much the same-ish team. Adams as captain. Weyer, very impressed. Right, you let me know in the chat about Wright. I don't think he played the last game. Pulisic as well. McKennie. Where's Raya? Where's Rayner? Why is he not in the team? Is he injured? I don't understand what's going on. Is he on the bench? Yeah, he's on the bench. Rayner again. I expected Rayner to be started in the US team. He's not even in the side. Someone has commented on right. Let me see what you guys are saying. I'm celebrating my birthday this weekend. Do you mind if I invite you? I mean, I'm personally, I'm sorry, I can't be going any birthday parties this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Man's going to be working, so apologies. You can invite me, but I can't be making the birthday party. I'm sorry to say, I'll be working. The games, I got to cover the game, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Pulisic has actually been in good form. He deserves. I think Pulisic was good in the last match. Now, then some people started to get onto him and, you know, for the defeat and they didn't win. And I personally didn't think it was his fault. Yes, his set piece taking could have been better against Wales. But outside of that, I don't really see the big issue as to why people were going on Pulisic. I think if anything, you're going to go at anyone, probably the manager. You might go at the manager for the lack of result against Wales. In the first half, completely dominated. Pulisic obviously got the assist for Wales. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's a strange one. I do find it to be a bit strange. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay. So yeah, but for them not beating Wales, I think you only have yourselves to blame, maybe in terms of not taking the chances in the first half, but also just not continuing that in the second, not reacting to the substitution that was more coming off that bench, changed the perspective for Wales. They started to obviously have a bit more possession. They started to dominate more. I'm seeing also Trevor Chalobah signed a new contract with Chelsea until 2028. That was obviously earlier today. Great stuff. But yeah, a strange one, a strange situation for USA, because I do think they deserve to do the business. Obviously, Iran earlier on today would beat Wales. I did say after Iran were beaten by England, I did say that I don't believe this is a team that is going to be folding for the rest of the group. Like, they will compete against Wales. They will compete against the US. They are not 20th. They're 20th in the world rankings for a reason. I'm not saying that they should be as high as 20th. I don't know, but they're not a bad team. They're not a horrible team. And at some point, they will step up and they will show why they're in this group. And Lord and behold, Wales, who, again, like I said, I wasn't impressed with Wales against the US. I know second half they kind of stepped it up, but I think in that game they showed enough frailties. They showed that they're not really the same team that maybe made the semi-finals of the Euros, etc., etc. They got a lot of aging guys in that team. You know, Bale hasn't got the pace he once had. Ramsey's in there as well. Joe Allen off the bench, etc., etc., etc. It's not the same team that it was. So, yeah. For me, it didn't even surprise me. I'm not going to lie that Wales were beaten by Iran. And US, you know, that's definitely a moment where you could look at it and say, we should have took 3 points. And Iran, when you play them, it's not going to be easy. So when you play them, it's not going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be a walkover. So we'll have to see how this group unfolds, man. We'll have to see. You may even see Iran qualify over both US and Wales. Just for the pure fact that they cancelled each other out. That might be that first game in the group might be the point that you look back at and think that's where we screwed up. Because I do expect England to beat the US today. When you look at the two teams in terms of on paper, I do expect England to beat America. My prediction will be 2-0 England. Actually, no. My prediction will be 3-1 England. I think the US can score against this defense. But I do expect England to win. If they don't win, it'd be an L, as in an overall. Not that they're definitely going to lose, but it would be an L if they didn't win. Listen, cheer your teams on for sure. Big up. Obviously, I've got a lot of American viewers. I expect them to be pushing the US 100%. That's what we want. US, I believe that we will win. Go listen. I want to see it. Let me know your predictions in the comments down below. I expect it to be quite close. I expect it to be quite close between the two teams in terms of predictions and everybody. If it's a 1-1, that's a dub for the US. I would say so. Yeah, if they can take any points off England, that's a good thing. Kane must have played 500 games in the last 2 years. Coaches keep rinsing him like a bar of soap. That's mad. But you're not really wrong. He does play basically every game for England, every game for Tottenham. So yeah. But he hasn't got really. I mean, there's nobody on his level, is there, in both setups for him to be rotated out. Big up 3-1 England. Okay. All right. Let's park it. Let me quickly test out. Okay. I think I've got it on the right channel, ITV. That's first of all. Yeah, we got it on the right channel. Okay. Kane as captain, Adams as captain. So obviously I was pretty shocked to see that the US had changed their captain. Last time I seen them, I expected to see Pulisic obviously leading, and it was Adams that was just walking out. And this leads me on to a very, very interesting question for the chat and for everybody watching. Would you like your football club in? Because we've been kind of looking at the World Cup, and anything that happens in the World Cup, we've been kind of looking back at club football and saying, do we want that in with the offside, with the minutes added on? Would you guys like to see this democratic way of doing things where if your club captain is up for grabs in terms of their armband is up for grabs every single season, every single club season, the players, the manager, not the manager, because he has the power to do it regardless. The players, and even maybe even the fans or whoever voted for the club captain here for the US, Tyler Adams at Leeds, would you like to see your club kind of do this every single season where they vote for the captain, whether it be the players or the fans? Is that what you would want to see every single season? It's an interesting one because I've never seen it, but until the US now have done it, I don't know. I kind of like it. It keeps things interesting. It's not stale anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? It can never get stale. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think even they could even handle it in club football? Will players, would they be able to handle that change of leadership every single season? I don't know. It's an interesting one. Man City players voted for Diaz last year. The players should definitely choose, not the fans. You're right. It should be definitely the players. If the fans choose, it's a long day for everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be absolute chaos. I just think it's a very interesting. I don't know if I want it or not. I haven't decided in my head, so I asked you guys, see what you guys think. But I do think it's very interesting. It's a very interesting way of doing things. It's a very interesting way of doing things. If you're just new joining the chat, do let us know. Club captain, whether you would want it voted for at your club every single season, similar to what the US have done here, where they've changed their captain to Tyler Adams. Manager's choice for me, that's a good shout. Yeah, managers maybe want their captain. They already know who they want their captain to be. But then again, players last at clubs longer than managers on average. So should it be the players? I don't know. Ian Wright in the studio with Gary Neville and Roy Keane. It's a star-studded punditry lineup for ITV tonight. Here, England versus the USA. It's a massive game. Obviously, there's going to be big rivalry on the TL. If Pulisic can stand up, I want it to be an entertaining game. Obviously, I do want England to win. Haven't throughout this tournament been picking anybody to win. I didn't do the England-Iran watch-along. I haven't really minded who win any game, really. I've just been looking for goals. I always tend to lean to the team that is not the favorite. I tend to lean to that team purely because I just want to see chaos. I want to see carnage. I want to see upsets. I want to see people crying. I want to see, you know what I'm saying? You remember that you remember that girl that won like 30 grand because she was crying in the stands? More people should win more money. Do you know what I'm saying? Everybody get their money up. Everybody crying in the stands for the favorites. I think that was last in the Euros, England, Germany. But yeah, I just want to see pure carnage, pure chaos. If I could pick Saudi Arabia versus, say, Japan in the final of the World Cup, I'd do it today. Right now, I would have done it because I just want to see upsets. But in this match, no upsets today. England, you need to win against the US. Okay, no upsets today. I only want to see a W, and that's about it. No confusion on what side I'm on today. That's why I'm not wearing my wonderful gown. Do you know what I'm saying? So, let's see. Does Saka deserve to start? Of course he does. Of course. Why is this even a conversation? I think the reason why, right, you're asking me this is because there was a Foden versus Saka debate. Now, you know what I'm like. If there's two wonder kids and they're both way above, expectations in terms of their age to their performance, especially with England. You know what I mean? I don't want to over-gas anybody. We've seen Sterling gassed up before tournaments. We've seen Jack Rodwell getting gas. We've seen Ross Barkley getting gas. Rashford getting gas. Everybody that pops onto the scene gets their gas, right? Every time, regardless. For me, Foden and Saka are both too good to bother compare. They both play different positions. They're both wonder kids. I don't really see the point in comparing. Maybe when their careers are over, people will want to do their Gerrard versus Lampard versus Scholes. But again, even with that debate, even though I'm going to go with Lampard, I'm going to tell you that Gerrard was an incredible, incredible footballer. And if you go with Gerrard as your best player at the three, I am not going to go crazy. If you go with Scholes, I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not one of these people that are like, I might do it in debate where I'm trying to, absolutely win the debate. But I'm never going to sit there and tell you, Lampard was a way clear of Gerrard, who was a scrub. Scholes was a scrub. There's no competition. I'm never going to do that. Top footballers, they all dine at the same table. There's very minute differences. Somebody's got a strength on this part of their game. Somebody's got this. For me, Foden and Saka have now reached that point together where they're both round about the same kind of level. Now, for me, if you're looking at who's the better passer, if you want details, I'm going to give you Foden as the better passer. Right now, the better shooter, I would probably still lean towards Foden. But then Saka, I would maybe trust him to take on a player a little bit more. But again, it depends on the position as well, because I'm not going to play Saka as a 10. I'm not going to play Foden as a right winger over Saka. So it depends on the position. So yeah, if you're taking it purely on traits and attributes, maybe Foden a little bit. But Saka, I love Saka, so I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I don't really mind. I'll take both of them. If I'm a Chelsea fan, I take both of them. You could both come to the bridge, no problems. I would love it. So yeah, if I was to lean towards attributes, I'd say Foden slightly more, maybe. But again, it's very, very, very tight. And if someone was to tell me Saka on form, again, Foden had a great season so far. Saka, great season. I don't really mind. Do you know what I'm saying? I think they're both brilliant footballers. I think both of them brilliant footballers, and they both play different positions as well. So yeah, man, they're both young. And the thing is as well, this is why I don't want to, the reason why I don't want to dive too deep into this is because one thing that is very critical that nobody has mentioned, what is it? They are both still developing. So we don't even know their final form. Do you know what I'm saying? They're both still developing. It's not over. They're young. So let's wait and see what they become. Do you know what I mean? Right now it's looking nice, but they're still developing. So let's see what happens. It's not over yet. No, we ain't leaving here we're leaving here with something. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not over yet. Okay. So someone's saying they're both overrated as hell. Let me see. Speak on Nkunku to Chelsea. I mean, listen. I don't know when he's joining. It'll be maybe in the summer. Is it done? Is it 100% done? I mean, I do like the player a lot. From what I've seen, he does look more robust. He looks more able to ride challenges. He's got more upper body strength. He's, better touch, first touch, better dribbling. All of these things point towards a successful signing over Havertz and Werner. But PTSD is a bitch. I'm still suffering. I have closed my eyes now because I don't want to see any more problems, any more troubles, any more worries, okay? I'm still in recovery mode with these attackers that we signed. So I do like Nkunku, but I'm not gassed. And I'll tell you 2 reasons why I'm not gassed. 1, because I got PTSD, like I said. And 2, because we need a midfielder. And until we get the midfield situation sorted out, the team will continue to be imbalanced. And I don't know what forward will end up getting shafted next. Okay, it was Sterling. Next, it could be Nkunku. I have no confidence in any forward breaking the matrix, okay, of Chelsea Football Club until we sort out our situation in the midfield. So until then, I'm going to just stay calm. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? My head is already doing laps right now. I'm relaxed. Believe me, I'm very calm on the situation. You're not going to see me kicking off about no attackers coming in yet. I'm very calm. If you're talking about the Nkunku in my career mode, everything's going beautiful. But that's because I addressed my midfield. Do you know what I'm saying? I addressed my midfield, and I'm about to address it again. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to sign Jude Bellingham. Yeah, I'm about to bring him in. I am going to do it live because I saw the comments were like, yeah, you got to do it with us. Listen, Bellingham and Musiala are the targets this window. And maybe one DM. But first of all, I'm going to stick with Musiala and Bellingham. I want them to bring them in. I want Rafael Leao. Okay, I'm going to be bringing him in. Listen, you don't understand. Watch next season. If you don't know what we've been facing if you don't know what I'm cooking on I've got too many different pots and pans on the stove. It's crazy. You don't understand what I'm about to do next season. When I bring these players in, it's long for everybody. Game over. Game over. Okay. What are you guys telling me? João Felix and Havertz, the biggest imposters in world football. Heard you're from Zimbabwe. No. You know what? I know you didn't hear that. I know you didn't hear anybody say that because nobody's told you that. Nobody has ever told you that I'm from Zimbabwe. You just wanted to say that. Just be real. You just wanted to say that just to see what I would say back. Nobody told you I was from Zimbabwe. Nobody told you that. By Rice, Matisse is a club. What club merchant? We need that German giraffe gone. Jesus Christ, they're not happy. Do we call it soccer if we lose? If we lose, I'll tell you what we will do. You see this? You know Curtis Shaw? Oh! We ripped that shit, man. I'm telling you now, we don't go that far. We don't want to disrespect the country. But if we lose, yeah, and we have to call it soccer, man. Oh. You know, the Americans could really try and enforce that. And I'm not going to lie, it'd be funny if we do lose, everybody on the TR has to call it soccer. That would be jokes. I can't lie. That would be jokes. C Unit. Is that where the nickname C Unit came from because of the ripped shirt? If that's the reason, then yeah, that's definitely needed, man. Wow. Yeah, spot on. I'm from Jamaica. I wasn't born in Jamaica, but you know, the roots and that. You know what I mean? When you dig deep in the roots, that's what you'll find. So yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Smash up the likes. Let's get it to 100 likes if it's not already. Please, big up your damn selves. I appreciate you guys joining me. I'm really looking forward to this one. I'm buzzing for this. I've not done a single watch along all day because I wanted to save all of my energy, all of my minerals, all of my passion and desire for this. So much passion and desire for this game because, like I said, that whole soccer thing, it's time to nip it in the bud. Do you know what I mean? And send these brothers packing. Do you know what I mean? Much love to all the Americans that watch. But today, you already know what time it is. Do you know what I'm saying? You already know what time it is. It's time for serious W's to be taken for England, okay? Unfortunate, you guys have to be on the receiving end, but, you know, these things happen. More than you can believe these things can happen. All right. Let's see what you guys are saying. That is not from Jamaica, is not from Jamaica, it's from Kingston, South London. There's two Kingstons, do you know what I mean? There's the one in Jamaica and there's the one in South London. Do you know what I mean? They're both wherever you grow up, do you know what I'm saying? You're gonna learn some harsh lessons in both. Would you put Kulusevski into the Saka and Foden conversation? I think so. You know, Kulusevski, I want to see it because, to be fair, Saka and Foden have been in the Premier League for a lot longer. But Kulusevski's showing at his age that he's got a lot of ability. I'm not sure how old he is. I think he's maybe a little bit older than these two. So maybe he goes into a little different category for the older guys. I think he might be 22 years old. I don't know. But he's been brilliant since he come to the Premier League. You know, and we can see the difference when he was injured. And then when he comes back for Tottenham, the difference is insane. Sorry if I'm squinting a lot. I've got a mad headache. I don't know why. You know, like I said, I'm in the Matrix. My head is just spinning right now. That's why I haven't done any other watch-alongs, but my head is just in the Matrix. I don't know what's going on. Might get a little glass of water soon, do you know what I'm saying? So I don't die on this stream. Yeah, man, I'm gassed for this game. I can't lie. I was really... Everybody, as soon as the group... Let's be real. As soon as the group was drawn, everybody saw these two teams come out together and they were like... You know what I'm saying? They were like, yes, it's time to party. It's time for carnage. It's time for chaos. Everybody saw these two and they were like, yes, come on. This is what we've been waiting for. This is in a World Cup, England versus the US. It's what we've been waiting for. Let's be real. It's what everybody wants to see. Not really any other team in world football that we could play. Maybe Scotland, but we played them, I think, before in the Euros before. Wales. Wales is never really a rivalry thing. I always look at Wales and think, you know, brothers just over the border, you know, nice guys. Do you know what I'm saying? nice guys finish last and whatnot. It's one of those ones. It's even Scotland. Like, I don't really. Scotland is. I just went to Edinburgh there. It's nice. They're nice guys. I'm not saying the Americans aren't nice guys, but you guys definitely got a little bit of, like, you got more confidence about you. I don't think the Scottish really feel like they can really beat us. They might want to be independent and whatnot, but they don't really feel like they can beat us. Do you know what I mean? Same with Wales. You don't really feel it. You really feel it. Do you know what I'm saying? America, the way that they're starting to put their team together, they really feel they can do something. So it makes it much better. It makes it feel a lot more rivalry is there, because they really want to come here and feel like they can do something. Do you know what I'm saying? All right, cool. Let's go. Bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know. You know what? Yeah, my head is just on another level, fam. I think I don't know. Maybe I've just been doing too many watch-alongs, man. I don't know. Yeah, man, we got to pull up. When am I pulling up to the US? It's a good question. I think next summer is potentially a thing that can happen. I'm just keeping an eye on things, and it's not going to happen during the football, because I mean there's no invitation for that yet. But maybe over the summer, when everything's a bit more like manageable in terms of there's nothing going on, like just transfer news, I can work around my work a lot easier. I think in the summer is a shout. And if it is, it's got to be New York City. That's what everybody's saying. You know, if you're going to come for the first time, it's going to have to be New York. Good morning, New York and whatnot. I feel like that would probably be the one. Yes, I do think it will be New York. Big up all the other cities and that. Do you know what I mean? But I think it will be New York as the first one. I think that will be the one. Score prediction. My score prediction is 3-1 to England. 3-1 to England. Get your score predictions in. I'll be reading them out right now. I'm looking forward to what you guys are thinking and feeling in those comments. I mean, we got a lot of balance. I know there's a lot of Americans watching, so they're going to definitely be backing their team as they should. So yeah, everybody's on one today. Everybody's on one. I'm going to be quickly throwing in the description because I've just completely left that. Okay, let's see what you guys are telling me. Your predictions: 4-2 to England, 2-2, 2-1 to the US. Huh? What's this? 8-0. Are you sure that you mean? Are you sure you mean what you're saying? Are you? All right. Okay. Wow. Somebody really wants to beat the US today. Yeah, even Ireland. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. To be fair, Ireland. Yeah, the Irish don't like the English for sure. All right, 5-0 to England. 4-2. I'm guessing that's to England. 9-0. Who said that? Who said 9-0? You man are evil, you know. 2-2, 4-2, 8-0, 2-1 US. 0-0. 2-1. Maguire gives away a penalty last minute. Raw, no way. Man's gone into detail about what will happen. 6-0. The TL feels like 1977. What's going on? I haven't been on the TL all day. I'm not gonna lie. 3-0 Lions. 3-0. Saka to score. 8-0. Well. Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know who was really ahead of the curve? Birmingham. They retired Jude Bellingham's number. They were ahead of the curve. For them to go and do that, masterstroke. Everybody was like, "Oh, why are you retiring the number?" If he becomes a footballing legend, yeah, Bellingham. If he becomes a box-to-box generational, they just look like they're ahead of the curve. They really do. They retired the number, you know. They retired the damn number. These men knew what they were doing. Saka or Mount again. Listen, if you're taking them in form, I'm taking Saka, of course, but they both play different positions, so it's not really a straight comparison. Make more sense to say Saka or Foden. Sorry, Foden or Mount. Really, make more sense to say Foden or Mount. And I've always told you guys, Foden for me is technically better than Mount, but I don't think Mount is as bad as everybody says. I really don't think so. I think actually Mount is a very good footballer, but we have to understand the circumstances for Foden and the circumstances for Mount for club is not the same. You know, Foden has been given He's been given the red carpet at Man City. He's been given the time. He's been given the world-class players around him like David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. He's been given the manager in Pep to develop him and coach him. If you take Foden and put him when he was developing as a young player in and put him at Chelsea with the responsibility of being the key player, with the responsibility of playing different positions, with the responsibility of changing managers and systems and formations, and then you take Mason Mount and you put him at Man City when he was bursting onto the scene, and you give him Pep and you give him, world-class players and you give him formation and stability and development, who knows what the fuck would happen? Do you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Could have been a complete... Now some people are now saying, oh, Foden's shit, da-da-da. So this is why you gotta look at these things and at least give a little bit of context, because Foden's club career it's the dream. For any young player, it's the dream career he's been having so far. He's been given the dream. He's been given the rotation. Doesn't have to start every game. So then he's not carrying injuries or he's not being... Bro, it's not the same thing, man. Mason Mount has had to play every single game. And I don't think I don't know why. I don't know why the managers... I mean, I do know why. Obviously, tactically, he's very important. But listen, the brother has been given no rest, man. He's been given no rest. So, okay. All right. Let's see. How much money you make? How much money do I make? I mean, listen, I don't make a set amount every month. I tell you, keep it a buck. It all depends on you guys. It all depends on how many of you guys decide to come and watch me. Do you know what I'm saying? If there's 500 of you in here or there's 100 of you in here, it makes a difference. So it depends on how many people are watching every single time I upload. So it depends. Do you know what I mean? It goes up and down. So all I can do is put out content every day. Think of new ideas, entertain, give insight, make people laugh, and that's it. Then people have to choose if they watch me or not, and whether they choose to watch me or not is depending on how much I'm going to make. So that's how it goes. It's very up and down. For example, Twitch, they've decided to go 50-50 with their payment split instead of 70-30. So that's why you're seeing less Twitch content. I have to put more stuff on YouTube. It just depends. But this is why, as a content creator, you got to save up. When the going is good, you gotta appreciate it, but you gotta make sure you save your money, because when the going gets tough, then you need to be able to hack it and get through it. You won't see me buying Versace, you know what I'm saying? You won't see me buying all these things because, one, can't afford it, but even if I could, I would still bank it, because I don't know when the viewers are gonna stop watching. You never know. Maybe some days the viewers will be like, fuck that guy, I can't be asked. Every time I upload, I don't know how many views I'm gonna get, so you have to be smart. You have to make sure that you save whatever you can, and you prepare for the rainy day. 100%. Let's see. Thoughts on Ben Arthur? Yes. Ben Arthur is a very talented player. I remember when Newcastle had a bunch of French players, and French-speaking players, obviously from some of the African countries, like the Demba Bars and the Pape Cisse's, the Ben Arthurs, the Kabais. If you just take St. Maximum and Bruno Gomes and you put them into that team with Cabai and Pape, it would be nuts. It would have been insane. Oh, it would have been nuts. It would have been nuts. So yeah, that's the season where they finished like 5th. I think the Newcastle team finished 5th. So yeah, they finished 5th, and that was a great season for Alan Pardew. That's actually a Newcastle team I should have named when we was doing the watch along with Kelechi. And we went through the Portsmouth team, the Bolton team, the Aston Villa team, the Everton team. I should have said Newcastle when they finished 5th, because that team, when you go through it, yeah, man, good. They scored a mad goal at Stamford Bridge. I'm never going to forget it. Top corner, unbelievable finish for past Petr Cech. So yeah, it's a good team, very good team. Yes, I mean, yesterday we have to speak on that Richarlison goal. That goal was unbelievable. It's insane to me that he has 0 Premier League goals. Not even to take the piss. Like, genuinely now, it's actually insane that he has no Premier League goals. When you consider he's a good player. I remember when we were linked with him, I said I don't want to have him over Jesus, and I'm not excited by him, but I can understand why we'd go for someone like him. I don't know if he's really good enough, and he's not really what I want, but he is a good player. And the goals that he scored there, the goal that he scored, the second goal was just unbelievable. Unbelievable goal. I still don't want him. Don't get it twisted. Obviously, there's levels to this game, but he's a good player. He's a good player. Great goal. I don't know how the hell he has 0 goals though in the in the league. He's got 2 Champions League goals. He's got no Premier League goals. I have no idea how the hell he's got that. It's nuts. But I would have taken Richarlison, over some of the other people we're being linked with. Do you know what I mean? And people that we brought in. So yeah, it depends. Anyway, this is going to be interesting. They got the fan parks, Somerset. They got the fan parks for England, obviously. Is Winter Gardens in Blackpool. They're going to definitely show, maybe it's Box Park. Maybe Box Park in London. I don't know if they're doing something. I'm sure they are. They have to be, right? It's the time when you make the most money for sure. Would you like to prioritize my chicken wings? Emily, what's going on with you? I know, first of all, I know your name is not really Emily, but what's going on? First of all, nobody's name is Emily Charlotte, okay? Nobody's name on this earth is Emily Charlotte. That is a first name and a last name. That's 2 first names. It's not making sense. You got 2 first names as your name. So I don't know what's going on for you, but I'm gonna make you make a new account because you're moving mad. Okay. Let's prioritize the good chats. Thoughts on Babe Station? Oh, Jesus Christ, Lord Jesus. All right, there we go. All right. I made a critical mistake in not blocking the foolishness last stream. I'm not going to make that mistake this stream, okay? I'm going to prioritize the chats that are actually good. Oh, okay. We know you can only buy Armani for sure. 100%. Yeah, it's just nuts. I just block them, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie. Because do you know what it is? They're taking up space in the chat, and it's like, it's not fair. For me, I'd rather keep the good chat in there. Do you know what I mean? And so I don't waste time reading the nonsense. Firmino and Jesus is enough for 9. I mean, yeah, I mean, Richarlison, people were saying, and again, this is why the difference between international football and club football keeps coming up, because you've got these players that perform on international duty, and when they play for their club, and I'm not talking about Richarlison, when they play for their club, they're just dreadful, or they're just not good, or they're not even playing. But this is why managers do have a tough time deciding, because when you look at the players that are playing for their national teams, and then the way that they play and they deliver. Moments like Richarlison scoring 2 goals when everybody wanted to see Gabriel Jesus, and everybody wanted to see Martinelli, and everybody wanted to see all these other players. And then you see someone like Richarlison pop up with 2 massive goals, and the second goal is just unbelievable. When you see somebody doing that, it kind of kicks out all of this like on-form thing. It does to a degree. Now, for me, you got to do a blend of both, because you take a look at somebody like Romeo at Argentina, who wasn't very good, and you leave the butcher Martinez on the bench, especially when Romeo has been coming back from an injury. I know that they went on a 36 unbeaten run, and this is a lot of hindsight, but do you play someone who's not fit, who maybe just come back from injury as well? When you're looking into their form and what they've done, you got to take these things into account. Was he a bit rusty? Was he rusty? Was he someone that didn't maybe play enough matches before the tournament started? Because obviously we all know that he didn't really play for Tottenham before the World Cup. And people are even saying that he's kind of milking the injury. He's not really injured because he wants to play the World Cup. All these things. And then, lo and behold, his first game back is not great. I personally still think Otamendi shouldn't be playing. But again, he's part of the 36 game unbeaten run. Is Otamendi better than Martinez? No, he's not. Of course, Martinez is clear. Absolutely clear. But it's the form of the 36, all these things. So, yeah, man, it's not easy. Koulibaly with no clean sheet, and Mendy after the Qatar game. I mean, yeah, let's go through obviously some of the results from earlier. We spoke a little bit about Iran's win over Wales, which again didn't really surprise me. I don't think the Wales team is all that great, especially in the state that they're in. at the moment with the current situation. Holland drew 1-1 to Ecuador. This was an Ecuador team that had 15 shots on goal, 4 on target. Holland only had 2 shots on target. Sorry, 2 shots on goal. 55-45 split possession. Ecuador, they played really well against Qatar with the 2 goals. And obviously, Enner Valencia again, Gakpo again, similar sources in terms of where the goals have been found. And then, of course, Qatar, let's see, let me just scroll up here. Senegal, 3-1 win over Qatar. That's a big win for Senegal. I don't think they'll care that they conceded, to be honest. I think they'll just want to get the win after what happened in the first game, where they played pretty damn well, but didn't secure. Do you know what I mean? Didn't secure. And lost against Holland. And to be fair, I don't think they deserve to lose. Now, when you look at the group, in that group, you see now Holland with 4 points, Ecuador with 4 points, Senegal with 3 points, with 1 game to go. It's all in the balance. Qatar on 0 points. They can't qualify. They're going to be out of the World Cup. They are out of the World Cup. 1 game to go. So yeah, that's the first game that's the first group where now we're starting to see things take shape. We're starting to see the group really showcase what it's going to end up like. So yeah. What Jesus brings to the Brazil team, I think Turkish said it best when we was on the Big Six, and it's the same with Roberto Firmino. Those 2 players will drop in to Neymar's role. They'll link up play. These are the strengths that they bring, right? Link up play for Jesus was brilliant for Arsenal. But when you've got someone like Neymar in the 10, when you've got someone like Vinicius Jr., you don't need someone dropping in. You need someone being in the box, and that's what Richarlison is. And both of his goals, right place, right time, in the box, ready to pounce and takes the finish. Probably more cutthroat than a Jesus. Would Jesus have scored the goal that Richarlison scored the second goal? I don't think so. He would have scored the tap-in, but I don't think he would have scored the second goal, just based on what we've been seeing this season. And I love Jesus. But yeah, so listen, they have their reasons for why they pick what they pick. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, your goalkeeper is not at the World Cup. You know? This is what I tried to say to Saeed. Your goalkeeper is not at the World Cup. Your centre-back is not starting for Argentina. So we can all throw stones, but we are all in glass houses. So yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Obviously the US are playing a 4-3-3. I'm not sure about this, right? Someone tell me about Wright. What team does he play for? I have no idea about him. I'm just seeing his last name on my screen. I don't know. I know where. I know Pulisic. Both played. Weah was fantastic. First of all, I have to say Weah was so good in the last game against Wales. I thought Weah was really good. He looked so sharp. He looked like he meant business when he touched the ball. He was just, you could just tell he was about something. He's a serious individual. Don't know who Wright is, though. Do you know what I'm saying? I know Ian Wright. I don't know this Wright, so do let me know. Maybe I should know him. If you tell me who he plays for and whatnot, I'll probably be like, oh, okay. I should know this guy. Okay. Let's get this description sorted. Let's see. Hold on. Did you see? I didn't. Fuad. Did you see Fuad eating chili sauce yesterday? Man was dying. I didn't see that. Oh wow. What game was this for? What game was this for? That's mad. That's mad if true. I must see this with my own eyes. Listen, I told everybody at the set, it ain't easy. Do you know what I'm saying? It ain't easy. Do you know what I mean? It ain't easy. It's proper. You ain't gonna see a single person have that sauce and firm it. I promise you now. You're not gonna see a single person have that sauce, firm it, and tell you that it's not no problem. It's not happening. There's not a single person that will have that sauce for the World Cup and tell you everything gonna be all right. It's not possible. So just know every person that has that is gonna cry, they're gonna freak out, and yeah, 100%. It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a very long day for that person. And this is I don't know if he's having tablespoons, teaspoons, but if it's just a little dab of the finger, then again, my point stands. That shit is deadly. I genuinely believe if you have too much of that, you will actually die. Big man thing. Like, if you were to say have a cup of it, you're finished. No doubts about it, you're finished. No doubts about it. I don't know how it will work chemically in your body, but if you have a cup of that, so I had a tablespoon, and like I said, my chest, I felt my chest, like, I feel like my chest was trying to evaporate from my body. It's probably the best way to describe it. My chest was trying to evaporate. Then my stomach, if you have a cup of that, gone. Up to heaven, finished. Bye-bye. Dunsky. You're absolutely finished. No, there's not even people that are good with hot sauce. I'm sorry, there's no way you can tell me you're having that. My uncle's very good with hot sauce, but I don't know. That one, something else. And when you use these type of sauces, you usually only use a little bit, like just little drops on your food, and that's it. You don't pour it on like a madman, and you don't have tablespoons and shit. There's no way. All right. They just finished singing the national anthem for the England. We're only a few likes away from 100, so let's get it done. Let's get it done before the game kicks off. Listen, that Brazil game triggered the shit out of me, so I'm just moving on with my life now, and I'm happy. Hopefully this is gonna be a good game. Oh, he took it with the whole spoon as well. No, he didn't puke. Really? Fair play. I puked because I was then thinking of me. I wasn't thinking of what people are gonna think of me. I was thinking of me, and I was thinking, I need to get this shit out of my body right now. I need to get this shit out of my body right now. So I'm gonna puke, get all of this out of my body, and then I think I might live. Because if this stays inside and I have to go to the toilet, yeah, plumbing is expensive. Them costs is not looking good. I'm gonna have to invoice. What's the rumor I hear that Mount wants 300k? Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't really know if it's been worded in a way to get clicks and headlines and whatnot. Just does Mount want 300k outright? I don't really believe that. I'll be shocked if he does. Maybe he does, but I'd be shocked. Does he want incentives added on? I don't know. Maybe does he want 300k if Rice and Bellingham come in and make 300k? That's a whole different conversation. Does he want this money because if they were to join, they would make that money again? I don't know. I don't know what it is, man. That's a lot of money and that's a lot of pressure because for me, I'm sorry, when you start making 300k, I have to judge you as a world-class player. And if you're not performing to a world-class level, then you're not worth the 300k immediately. I don't give a shit. You have to, if you're making 300k, there's no excuse. You have to be playing to a world-class level. You have to. There's no chat about nothing else. You put that pressure on yourself. If you negotiate at that level and you're going to turn 24 you're going to turn 24 literally in 2 months. All of this developing thing, yeah, you better develop quick because that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that you're earning. So, but I don't think he's going to be on 300k. If he is, I'll be shocked. Yeah. Yeah. Man, never saying the beautiful game is over. I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked. There's no way. And by the way, if they didn't renew him on 300k, I wouldn't cry. You know, I would not cry. All right, let's do this. Big game. Smash up them likes. It's gonna be a good one. Looking forward to this. All right. The lineups are just on your screen. Lineups are on your screen here. Lineups are going up on your screen on ITV. 1 second. I'm just going to quickly get a glass of water just to see if my headache will evaporate. My headache is slightly annoying me a little bit. So let me get a glass of water. I'll be back in 1 second. And then we're going to kick off this wonderful match. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, kickoff. Kickoff is underway. Kickoff is underway. Thank you so much for being patient. I'm going to get the timer ready for you now. I also, in true England fashion, I went for a cup of water and I saw a cider, and I decided that would cure my headache a lot more. We're gonna have a nice little party. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll deal with the headache after the game. Do you know what I mean? Let's go for it. My body is a temple. All right. Let me get the timer absolutely accurate for you as well, because we can definitely. I am definitely not on that time. I'll tell you that for a fact. It's quick. 1 minute and apply. Apple juice settings. Do you know what I'm saying? Apple juice settings in the cup. We're going to enjoy. We'll deal with the trauma later. All right. We're going to get this timer absolutely spot on to the second. There you go. That's not the fucking time I was looking for. What's going on? Oh, my days, fam. I was so excited to be spot on. And look at this. Because I didn't hit apply. All right. England. US coming forward. Oh, just intercepted. Back to the goalkeeper. Back to the goalkeeper. Pickford who clears. Again, even Pickford. If you look at his save percentage this season, and you look at his if you look at all of the goalkeeping kind of metrics, not even clean sheets, obviously he's not the highest pick. That would be Pope and Ramsdale. If you look at save percentages, saves per game, all of these things, Pickford's having a really good season for Everton statistically. For all of these things, for all of the goalkeeping attributes, he's doing really well. Obviously, playing out from the back, it's not really the mandate as much as it would be for Ramsdale. But again, you can't really even get up in arms about him playing over Ramsdale. I would have preferred Ramsdale, but again, for England, has he really let them down too much? Not really. So there you go. All right, time is there. Let's get stuck in. Big up everybody inside. Big game. Let's get involved. If Potter tries to bring Lukaku back next season, I'm going to be very disappointed. Man said he's got his milk and cookies ready. 2 minutes gone. US play the ball down the line. Got to watch out for this Weah guy, man. Weah looked really good, like I said, against Wales. He looked really, really, really lively, technically very secure. A threat, happy to take players on, happy to make the runs like he did. Pulisic obviously finding him for that goal. Beautiful clinical finish. So England, as much as I think England are favourites and I think England will win, you don't want to take anything for granted at all. Of course not. This is the World Cup. Big professional job is needed. Get the win and give us goals, man. Give us entertainment. What do you guys think of that England kit as well? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe I'm warming up to it a little bit, but I don't know. I think I preferred the one at the Euros, if I'm completely honest. Go on. Ooh. I'm so excited to see Bellingham again, man. Guy is so talented. Because I don't think Chelsea will get him in real life, I'm just going to get him on FIFA and I'm going to have all of my fun there for sure. I'm also planning on playing Call of Duty campaign tonight on Twitch, but I will bring it back down to maybe not hardened because I'm getting killed a lot. Taking us a bit too long to get through this campaign. I'm not going to lie. Man's getting shot a lot. But it is quite fun. I'm not going to lie to really have to really push it. But yeah, it's taking a bit. It's taking a bit a lot. It's been a long campaign. Play the ball, sure. Play it. Down the line. Well done. Sterling, again, plays well for his country. Not for the club. The form is not great. But again, I don't want to see Sterling at wing back, really. If we can help it, let's get him back out on the wing. Let's get him back in his natural position. There's no point playing players like Sterling in out of position. Let's just get back to basics if you're Chelsea. I'll add him to the title as well. My bad. I forgot all about him. Sorry about that. My brother Sterling. Let's get him involved. Someone's in the chat's asking what position is McKennie playing. Seems to be at right back. On Luke Shaw. Here's Stones. I wonder how much of Ben White we're going to see in this tournament. He's had a really good time for Arsenal, although it be at right back. Again, Trent as well. You know, you look at that England bench, you've got Trent, you've got Cody, you've got Dial, Walker, White, Gallagher, Henderson, Phillips, Foden, and Grealish, Rashford, and Wilson. I wish Reece James was fit, man. It's a shame. It's a damn shame. Okay. USA with a throw-in on this right-hand side. Very interested to see McKennie as well. Like I said, I'd love to see Reina. All of these young, talented, technical American players. You know, America, I think somebody said it before, but America are one of these nations where they really have no limitations as to how great they could be in the future if they keep developing the MLS, they keep putting money into football, they keep developing players. Their players are obviously getting a lot better. There's a lot more of them as well that we see as threats. Even back to the Dempsey, Donovan days, you know, they could be in 10 years' time, you know, they could be a team to be reckoned with. They could be a force. You know, even Belgium, before they had their golden generation, Belgium were not a team that anybody was ever afraid of. They had a mad generation that just come through all together. Anderlecht and, you know, other teams in Belgium started producing these players. And then next thing you know, you got yourselves a golden generation. That can happen to any country, you know, that can happen to most countries, you know, any country who's got the money, a certain amount of money and a certain level of facilities at grassroots level, you can get a golden generation. And then you've obviously got to take advantage of that, which I don't think Belgium really ever did. But Dest is at right back. Yeah, of course. Dest is another one. Plays for AC Milan now on loan from Barca. We saw him in the Champions League there. Didn't really get to go up against him much. Sterling was on the right, I think. Now Sterling versus Dest, I finally get to see it. I didn't get to see it for Chelsea. So now I finally get to see it for England because, like I said, Sterling was playing on the right. We didn't really go down that side against AC Milan. Maguire, Stones. What you man cooking? Let's go. What you man cooking for us? If Declan Rice shows for the ball a lot more than he did at the Euros and really gets involved in the build-up play, then, you know, I'll be a lot happier as well with him as a target moving forward. We know we're linked with him massively. I think the price is starting to come down to something more sensible. He could convince me this World Cup if he has some top performances against, you know, some top countries, and the price has come down, and I see him involved in that build-up play and really, you know, as a lone defensive midfielder, able to take that ball off those centre backs and really show that he's comfortable. And very progressive in that manner. It's great. He's still, then, you know, maybe he could be the answer. Here he is. Because I do believe a reason why a lot of people don't like him is purely because of what's social media wise. Saka. Oh, Kane. Oh, so close. So close. Brilliant play down the right hand side. Saka, cut back for Kane. Oh, it's blocked. And maybe if Kane takes a touch, maybe if he just takes a little touch to get the defender out of the way first and then slots it home, you know, a little fake shot, you might find yourself 1-0 to England. Wow, wow. What an opportunity. What a chance. What a chance. Ball comes into the box. Headed away. Maguire. Oh, Maguire, well done. Well done, Maguire. Well done, Maguire. Well done. Well done. Oh, that's a waste. That's a waste, man. Who took that strike? That looked like Mason Mount. The way he shot. The style of shot looked like Mason. Yeah, it was Mason, yeah. It was Mason. Oh. Mason Mount. Sorry, Maguire moving like Vinicius. Maguire kind of like dribbles how like your dad would dribble, innit? It's like moving side to side like this. Dribbles like your dad, like your dad would dribble. You know what I'm saying? 'Mad. 11 minutes gone. Was like, yo. Out to the left-hand side. What we got? What we cooking? What are we cooking? Stones out to Maguire again. Down the left-hand side to Luke Shaw. Well done. Out for a throw-in. Yeah, it's out. Come on. Well done. Playing it. Man said my dad's not having that. Put respect on his name. Man said my dad is not taking that shit from me. Come on, play it. Go on. Now turn, Sterling, play it. Well done. Come on, Mason. Go on, Mason. Sterling. Bellingham. Come on. Trippier. What we got? There's no overlap. Saka's, yeah, Saka needs to come out, man. Saka needs to come out of that box. Yeah, he needs to come out of that box. Needed a bit more width there. There we go. Yeah, much better. There we go. Now Saka make that run. There we go. Much better. Much better. Saka. Oh, Kane. Kane trying to do some mad scissor kick. Kane trying to do Richarlison. Come on. Go on. Saka. Yeah. Yeah. US are kind of camped in their box a little bit. I don't know if that's the game plan, but probably not. Here's Robinson. I think he plays for Wigan. I think he plays for Wigan. Because I remember he was playing with Reece James at one point, I think, when he was out on loan at Wigan. So I don't know if he still plays for Wigan. Oh, really good play. Well done. Look at him. Dest. He is a decent dribbler, isn't he? He's a decent dribbler. Yeah, he's set up. He's set up us. Okay, you're set up in a low block. Yeah. It's just mad though, because you didn't win your opening game, innit? So you didn't win your opening game. So it's like, can you afford to, I don't know, take a point, maybe win the... Yeah, to be fair, if you take a point, you beat Iran, then you're through. So you draw this game and you beat Iran, who are on 3 points, and you're through. Wales, Wales are finished now. Yeah, that's the game plan there. Take a point and then beat Iran. Go on. Yes. Well done. We're on Saka. Well done, Sterling. Come on. Oh, look at the way they're waiting. Come on. Lovely. Oh, God. It's been good from England, though. Very good. Just need to carve out that clear cut. I mean, they've had a clear cut opportunity when Kane. That was the chance for me. Just needed to have a bit more composure and take that touch. Put bums on seats and whatnot. Sit some people down. Would have had a clearer shot at goal. Where with the header wide. I think that might be the first attempt for the US so far in this match. To see. Okay. Gavi or Jude? Personally, I'm taking Jude. But Gavi's very good. If it was Pedri now, Pedri, for me, Pedri's better than Gavi. Who's obviously saying this again on the Big Six. I think Pedri's better than Gavi personally. Headed away. Here we go. Play down the side. Robinson again, looking like a good player, but taken away by Trippier. And the free kick has been won. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Mr. Release. Iran's not an easy game. I said it. Yeah, I know. Iran's not an easy game. They beat Wales. I knew they would step up after the England defeat. I said, listen, Iran will still be very competitive against the Wales and the US. And it's not, I mean, Iran could easily go through. I think I said earlier before the game kicked off, Iran could easily qualify from this group now. They'll easily believe that they can beat the US team. So, all they need to do is take a draw against US. If US don't win this match, all the Iran team have to do is take a draw and they're through. Because they'll be the only other team to have won outside England. So, big game for US, man. Put a lot of pressure on themselves. Yeah, man. They beat Wales 2-0. Do you know what I mean? That's the same team that America just came up against. But that's why I felt very. If I was American, I'd have been very disappointed with the draw against Wales because you showed how much better you were than them in the first half. Like it was complete utter domination. It was so clear who the better team was, who the better footballing team was, but you didn't put them to the sword, and then your manager didn't react to the changes in the second half, and opportunity missed. I don't think you should be taking a point against Wales at all. You should not be taking a point against Wales. That Wales team is not what it was at all. It's not what it was, man. If that was prime Bale, prime Ramsey, cool, different conversation entirely. But these two players, their key players, are nowhere near what they were. And we can see that with the teams that they currently play for. Here's Harry Kane. Release it. Release it. Saka. Come on. Jude. Go on, Bellingham. Well done. Oh, he's not going to get the free kick. He's not going to get it. He wanted the free kick. Oh, here come the US. Oh, that's a bad pass, man. They managed to get it out to Dest. Dest on the right-hand side. Lack of composure from him. Just not getting that not finding a man. Pulisic. Haven't seen too much of Pulisic in this game. Seen a lot more Weah, really. It's over. Pickford claims. Yeah, Dest should be doing better. Should be doing better. Really? You never had them leaving the group stage? I thought everybody outside of England would have felt they could get out of the group stage. I think England expect obviously to get out of the group stage. I thought everybody around them would have not expected, but thought they could get out of the group as well. I think all those countries would think, oh yeah, we can get out of the group. They back themselves to get out of the group. Oh, go on, Jude. Ball over the top. Pickford. 20 minutes gone. It's a lively game. Jude Bellingham just needs to step it up a bit. Saka. Well done. Well done, Saka. Here's Bellingham. I need to see more from Mason Mount and Bellingham in this game. Not seeing enough. I've seen lots from Saka, a lot from Sterling, but not seeing enough from Bellingham. Not seeing enough from Mason Mount. Been a bit quiet. Very quiet. Here's Mount. Is that no? Sure. Mount's very far forward. Is that an instruction? It's too far forward for me, man. Come deeper. If you look at Mason Mount, he's not even in line with his midfielders. It's like they're playing a double pivot. I don't like this. He needs to come way deeper, come get the ball. So high up the pitch. Don't understand why he's so high up the pitch again. Waiting, like man's up the pitch like some sort of striker, waiting. Why? You're not a striker. I don't understand why he's up there. It must be an instruction, but I don't like when managers tell him to be so high up and build up. I don't get it. Guy's a midfielder. Let him come deep, pick up the ball, switch play. There we go. Look, there he is now. That's better. I don't understand why Mason Mount's always this guy that has to be so far forward. It doesn't make no sense. Jarring. Like your team are in possession and Mason Mount's playing the second striker. I don't understand why. He should be coming picking up the ball off the centre backs. That's how deep I want him to be. Not as a DM, but literally, yeah, come pick up the ball off the centre backs, 100%. Well done, Harry Kane. Well done, Trippier. Switch play. There's loads of space out there. These guys, man, not confident in switching play. You're wasting time. You short passing when you could be switching play and opening up the whole pitch. Trippier. Again, look, space. These guys are not confident switching play. I'll tell you that now. It's becoming a madness. Maguire, finally. Look, there you go. That's all we've been asking for. Somebody to switch play. Here's Sterling. Look at the danger you've caused. Look at that. One switch of play, and the whole thing's different. Suddenly, we're in the box. Some of these guys are not confident switching play. Come on. "24 minutes. "24 minutes gone. Only way England are scoring through a mistake. Now, I think England can create their own opportunity, but they just need to get more comfortable switching play, man. And Bellingham and Mason have to get on the ball, but Mason needs to come a lot deeper. I want to see Mason deeper than Bellingham, if anything. Do you know what I mean? I want to see Mason picking up the ball to centre backs, having as many touches as possible. I'd rather have Bellingham going a bit further forward. Here's US coming forward. It's about, oh, what a chance. What a chance. What a chance. Big opportunity for USA, man. Massive opportunity. Wow. Big chance goes begging. Big chance. Yeah, I mean, I think most people know that Foden's a better player. I had Maddison starting, to be fair, in my midfield. So, but Foden, listen, Foden's a top player. Grealish or Foden will both have to start. I think Sterling's been a threat. I don't think the left winger is the issue, but I definitely feel like Mason and Bellingham are not bringing anything at the moment. It's Bellingham as well. It's not just Mason. Both of them are not really in the game. If you go Grealish and Foden in those positions is very attacking, but then you lose something defensively. You have to remember that. You know, Mason defensively is a lot more switched on than Foden. So I guess that's the balance. You couldn't have both of them in the midfield as the attacking eights, unless you were just planning on absolutely destroying US. Like, just it would have to be destroy. You'd have to destroy them. Couldn't be a tight game. "27 minutes gone." It's mad how Trent's not starting the right back for England, isn't it? Mad. It's insane. But Trippier has to start. I don't disagree. It's just mad. Bro, I ain't never seen a generational right back start on the bench like this. It's just crazy. It's insane. Here they come down the left, ball in. USA coming forward. He's going to take the shot from distance, deflected and saved by Pickford. Yeah, you've been having some moments now. Oh, Jesus. Rice. Now Trippier on the right. Back into Rice. Well done, Rice. Out to Luke Shaw. Well done. Good pass, Mason. Oh, my God. Oh. That's where you want Foden. That is where you want Foden, not Mason. Moments like that. He's pressing high up the pitch now. I could definitely understand why people would be frustrated not seeing Foden on the pitch. But I think in this match it's been him, Mason, and Bellingham for me. You know, everybody mentions Mason, but I think Bellingham is right alongside him with not really doing much in this match so far. I think both of them. Mm. "30 minutes gone. US just keeping the ball back. Here, England not really pressing them. Now Mason decides to press them. They've gone long. Maguire. Now Jude. Rice. Mason. Free kick. Free kick. Here they come with Trippier on the right-hand side. Good cross. I'm glad Jude was in the box for that. I think the instruction has to be, you know, Jude Bellingham, make sure you're in the box when the crosses come in. You're too tall. Here's Maguire. Now Stones. Back to Pickford. And he goes long. Looking for Sterling. Here's Rice. Mason. Well done, Mason. Oh, it's unlucky. Ball's coming out wide here. Close it down. US, here's Pulisic. Pulisic. Oh, Pulisic! That is the best strike of the game so far. Pulisic off the crossbar. US were almost 1-0 up. I don't know how he's managed to find that gap. Oh, that's an incredible shot. Oh, Pulisic. That was a sensational strike off the crossbar. He could literally only put it there. There was no gap to even shoot. I don't even know how he managed to find that power and precision from that angle with that lack of space. Backlift, just brilliant. Brilliant shot. Brilliant shot. Here's Sterling out for back for the goalkeeper. What a shot, man. What a shot. Yeah, man. He tried Crystal Palace on England, man. He tried to do a Crystal Palace on England. I'm telling you. 100%. That was a mad shot. He's not playing around with that shot, man. He shot with venom. Serious velocity was in that strike. What a shot. Brilliant. "33 minutes gone. Not going to shoot from here, surely. Trippier. Across the box. Played away. Went for Maguire to head it across. Here's Trippier. Back to Rice. Back to Trippier. Back to Rice. Here's Stones. Now Trippier again. Here's Maguire. Now Trippier back to Pickford. Resetting themselves, England. Now Stones. Stones still got it. Stones now Trippier. 35 minutes on the clock, and the two biggest chances in this game fell to Harry Kane and then Pulisic making something out of almost nothing with that shot. Wouldn't say that was very high XG. Here comes Luke Shaw. They got men over here. Was Mason Mount outside him. Here's Mason. Ball in. Oh, Jude Bellingham almost. And they're still fighting for it with Sterling. Luke Shaw. Now Mason Mount. It's a waste. It's a waste. It's a waste. He's got to stop these hopeless balls into the box, Mason. Too much spamming. Way too much spamming. "37 minutes gone. Mackenzie is a baller." I didn't see that happening. Come on. Mackenzie. Here's Mackenzie. He's all over them. Big opportunity, man, for both teams here. Still 0-0. Pretty even, to be honest. Like US didn't start the game with much attacking impetus, but then they started to step it up. They're starting to show now that they want to get forward, create these opportunities, and they are. He's just wiped his hands on the bib. Mackenzie's just wiped his hands on the bib of one of the cameramen. Oh my God. Out for, not out for a corner. Here come US. Oh, out for a corner. Out for a corner. I'm not worried. No, I'm pretty calm. You know, even if England were to drop points here, I think they would beat Wales, but I do think US, I said it before, I think US have the second best team in the group on paper. But obviously Iran have shown that they can mix it with the best of them, but obviously England already beat them. But I think Wales potentially might be the worst team in this group now. So I do expect England to go through, obviously. So I'm not worried, but it's, you know, the game is in the balance. And I said it, you know, like I said it against Wales when I did the watch along for that. I think I was doing it on DR that, you know, US really should be beating Wales, and they got players. I mean, you look on the bench for America, you got Aronson on the bench, you got Rayner on the bench, you know. Who else is on that? Moore, Scally, Yedlin is a good player. He was at Tottenham. Remember before he was at Tottenham? I don't know who he plays for right now, but he looked like a promising player when he was a lot younger. Sargent as well. You know, there's options. There's options. I think there's something wired in my brain to just pronounce everybody on this earth's name incorrectly, even when it's an easy pronunciation. Here comes Saka. Switch it, get your head up. Oh, it's given away. It's given away. Bellingham. Don't really know who that's for. I think the referee looked to the crowd there to see who that throwing was for, because I don't think he really knew. I don't think the referee really knew. He looked to the crowd. Definitely he didn't know. He was hesitating. He was like, and then just kind of just pointed that way. Oh, here they come down the right-hand side. Oh, US coming forward. Dest switching it on. US coming forward, causing some issues now down that side. They've come down that side quite a few times, to be fair. More down that side than Trippier's side. And yeah, man, they're coming down Luke Shaw's side a lot. He's leaving it with Sutton. He wants Sutton. Pulisic, set pieces need to improve. Wasn't great against Wales with the set pieces. Ball comes into the box. That's much better. Oh, that's a good area. It's a good area with the set piece. I don't know why there was no players from the US team in that area trying to attack the ball. That was a really good set piece. Literally right on the penalty spot. Goalkeeper didn't come out for it. It's not a bad position. Adams. Back to the centre-backs. Mount needs to come off, not contributing anything. Yeah, I mean, listen, I wouldn't disagree with you. I don't think Mason Mount's been great. Ecuador plays better footy than this England team. I don't disagree with you. I think he could definitely come off maybe. But then defensively, Bellingham's going to have to be maybe a little bit more restricted if they bring on, say, a Foden, because Mason Mount defensively is going to give you a little bit more solidarity than a Foden, a little bit more guarantees than a Foden. So, but we're trying to win this game. So, we need to win the game. So I'm here for it. I'd like to see Foden. No problem seeing Foden at all. Let's see. You flabbergasted by our performance these last 15? Or you're flabbergasted? Sterling. Come on. "43 minutes. England 0, USA 0. Oh. "43 minutes. Still 0-0. USA are smoking England. We look on as a team. I didn't expect us to perform like this, for England to let us play like this. Here they come, Shaw, Sterling. It's going to get to half-time, 0-0. Both teams, I think USA will be happier with the first half. Again, like I said, if they take a point, then they'll have to back themselves to beat Iran, which I'm sure they would, even though Iran are, like I said, no pushovers. England missing an opportunity here because they're not really playing very well. They started off like they had the intentions with the Harry Kane chance, but ever since that moment, it's kind of been dropping off. Madison is, I'm guessing, still injured, Madison, because he's not on the bench. So remember, he was having a little niggle, a little tweaks here and there, problems since the West Ham match. So he's not on the bench. 1 minute of added on time. It's fair. There's been literally no time wasted in this game. So we're going to be at halftime very, very soon. Here is Harry Kane. Now Stones. Plays it out wide. Luke Shaw. Oh, here they come. Shot saved. Good save. Very good save. Mount with the strike. Saved by the goalkeeper. Yeah, Mads is injured. Corner for England. Opportunity to maybe take the lead. Corner comes in. Caught by the goalkeeper. That'll be it. Half time. That will be it. Half time. 0-0 in this match. England 0, USA 0. What to make of that? I mean, Matt Turner might actually be decent, they say in the comments. They can produce the goalkeepers for sure. I think England's left-hand side could be better. I think Bellingham, I think a lot of people are, avoiding talking about Bellingham. I don't think Bellingham's really had too much impact on this game at all. A lot of people are saying Mason. I agree. Mason's not been good outside of that shot there, maybe getting involved finally. I don't agree as much on Sterling. I think if we got the ball to Sterling, he would cause problems. I think Mason and Bellingham are where England could be a lot better. There's not a lot coming through that midfield right now. I'm not seeing much. I'm not seeing much. But it is halftime. And yeah, could be a lot better. England are going to have to step it up. Massively going to have to step it up in the second half. Needs to see a little bit more, tempo from them. I think slowing the game a bit too much, slowing it down a little bit too much. Let's see what you guys say in the comments. I go for a run of games with FIFA and nothing's happened in the first half. That's good. As an American Chelsea supporter, I'm impressed with how the US have played. Yeah, I think the US, they set up very, very deep, very defensive in the first opening exchanges of the game. And then something must have switched in their heads and they just started now coming forward. They starting to try and get forward. Dest on that right-hand side, they've been going down really the right-hand side, going down Luke Shaw's side. Haven't really seen too many attacks down Trippier's side. They've mainly been going down Luke Shaw with Dest and with McKenzie, and it's been working. It's been working. They've created opportunities. Pulisic had a shot off the bar. McKennie. Pulisic had a shot off the bar. They've had a header go wide. I want to see George Weah on. Not George Weah, bro. I love calling them for their founding fathers. Do you know what I'm saying? The president and that. I want to see Timothy Weah on the ball a lot more. Yeah, I just want to. I think down that right hand side, it's definitely where US are getting their joy. It's looking decent, but I think for England, substitutions wise, you could say maybe it's time to bring on Foden for maybe Mason. But again, defensively, you're going to be a little bit weaker. But I think with how high up the pitch Mason is anyway, you may as well. For me, if you're going to play Mason, you're going to see him on the pitch. I want to see him deeper than Bellingham. Bellingham should be further forward in the box, getting in and around the box. Mason coming back a bit deeper, trying to switch play. When he's at his best, he's confident switching plays, confident doing up the build-up and maybe, progressing the ball quickly. I don't want to see him in the final third, taking these loose touches and giving it away like this. So if you're going to play him that high up, you may as well have Foden because Foden's the better attacking midfielder, much better attacking midfielder. But then you're going to ask Bellingham to be more restricted, maybe next to Rice. Foden's not a central midfielder. He's more of an attacking midfielder. So then you're going to ask Bellingham to be deeper. I don't think Bellingham's been great in this game, to be honest, either. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But they've got options on that bench. You've got Jack Grealish on that bench as well, who could maybe give you something different. I think for me, Foden is the one I'd bring on. To be honest, I wouldn't. I would bring on Foden or Grealish. I think Grealish could play that role that we're talking about pretty well. Inside kind of 8, attacking 8, maybe where Mason's being quite high up on that left-hand side. I think Grealish could easily play that role. You could double up with Grealish and Sterling on that left-hand side and ask them to really, try and cause some problems down that side. If you get Grealish, you can take people on next to Sterling, but Grealish is obviously a little bit more tucked in. That could be a big problem. Obviously, they both cut inside. Foden is more likely to maybe go around the outside and put it on his left foot. But I think Grealish as well. Grealish could come on. He was great off the bench for England in the Euros. He caused a lot of issues coming off the bench. So much so people were saying, why is he not starting? When is Grealish going to start? So he could definitely cause problems off that left-hand side. But yeah, I don't think Bellingham or Mason have been really at their best, to be honest. And that's true. This is the point that always works in Mason's favor, is that without Mason's running, there'd be a hell of a lot more space for the Americans. We'd be down by now. And that's what I'm saying. If you're going to take him off defensively, you might get exposed a lot more because he's by far and away the most aggressive presser and the guy that's going to cover the most ground in that area and stop those passes maybe from being played in between the lines and help Rice. So I think Bellingham could come off. Bellingham, as much as I love Bellingham, he could easily come off as well. Bellingham could easily come off. So it's difficult. You're trying to keep the balance in the midfield as much as possible. But at the same time, you want to see them win. You want to go for the win. You mad? Bellingham is, I don't know what that means, of the better player in the England team. Mount 2. We are much better in the first half than I gave US men national team any credit. I thought Bellingham would be running things, but McKennie is bossing and we are carrying a threat. England giving US way too much space. The problem is, if you take Mount out, who presses? Yeah, I mean, unless you bring in Gallagher. But people will say, instead of pressing, let's just be better on the ball and let's not give the ball away as much, and let's not, let's actually take advantage of the possession we do have and be more effective. And that's where Mason right now is not bringing that, on the ball. He's not really been that good. So, but I think that, like I said, the same applies for Bellingham as well. I wouldn't really look at Sterling too much. I think Sterling's been quite involved. He was the one that played the 1-2 of Luke Shaw that caused the opportunity for Saka over the bar. We're going through some of the highlights now. Again, most of it is coming down that left-hand side for England as well. All of the chances. Mason Mount shot there. Most positive thing in the first half for him. Thought Harry Kane's hold-up play has been pretty good. I would like to see him get more opportunities. Only had that one shot that I can remember that kind of was blocked. Saka, I think Saka's been positive. Right hand side looks solid. Why is Gallagher ahead of James Ward-Prowse? It's a joke. Even you can agree, man, that Gallagher shouldn't be there. What has he done for Chelsea? Yeah, I mean, I was shocked when I saw Gallagher in the squad, if I'm being completely honest. I didn't get that one. I didn't get that one at all. But I think the only reason why he's in there is tactically, he's obviously going to give the same energy as Mason. Southgate's always going to want that in the squad 2 times over. Defensively, you're probably going to be able to take up some positions off the ball and help out in structure and whatnot. But in terms of it being an exciting inclusion, it's definitely not. But, James Ward-Prowse is a captain for Southampton. He's very experienced. I don't think he's a liability, do you know what I mean, like that defensively. So, yeah, I think it's a little bit of a shame. I would have had him in there purely because of the set-piece threat that he brings. I think that's a brilliant weapon to have. James Ward-Prowse is by far and away the best set-piece taker in the country. And, yeah, I would have had him in there purely even for them threats. Because if you get James Ward-Prowse in the squad and then you say to Grealish, listen, let's try and win those fouls on the edge of the area. Every time we get a free kick now, James Ward-Prowse is potentially over it and you might even have a goal. So he's that good. He's that good. So, yeah. Tony should have been ahead of Wilson. I don't really worry about that one as much because Tony, obviously, with the whole betting situation, was never going to be involved, I guess. I would have taken both of them. I would not have picked one or the other. I would have had both. Foden can press. He plays for Pep. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Let's see what happens second half. We're going to see whether or not England can show the quality and step it up, or they're going to go down the path of mediocrity potentially. We shall see. We shall see. But I will be playing a little bit of campaign. Do you think Rashford should start ahead of Sterling? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Sterling. I don't really think Sterling's been poor. I think Sterling's been all right. Yeah, I don't think Sterling's been really poor. He's had obviously a few moments where you'd want him to do better, but I think Sterling's the best left winger. Miss says USA the better team more than you can believe. Exactly. It's one of those situations where I don't know if US have been the better team overall for me. I think it's been pretty even. I think England started better and then US ended better, but I think US will be a lot happier. And I think going forward in the rest of the match, I think US are looking a lot better. As the game goes on, US are getting stronger. England are getting weaker. Because the US started the game very negatively. They didn't really come out. They was kind of in a low block, as they were saying here in the chat. And then as the game went on, they kind of started to get more and more confident. They've both created a fair amount of chances. I mean, they're probably pretty similar in terms of chances created. Let me take a look at the statistics. But England, I think Mason and Bellingham have been very disappointing so far. Those are the two players that I'll pick out that I want to see a lot more from. I want to see Mason coming a lot deeper, picking up the ball for the centre-backs, and Bellingham a lot higher. But I think we're very close maybe to a substitution for one of those two and bringing on a Grealish or Foden. Let's see, England. Yeah, in terms of it, 62% possession for England, 38 for US, 5 shots for England, 1 on target, 6 shots for the US, 1 on target. Both of them blocked 1 shot, 2 corners each. Big chances, 1 for the US, none for England. Hit the woodwork, obviously, with Pulisic. Shots inside the box, 5 for the US, 3 for England. So, yeah. England have had a lot of possession, but not doing enough with it. It would be the case. US have had the better chances. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Definitely statistically, that sounds like it. Yeah, Pulisic loves it on his weaker foot, man. Look at him, just always going for that top corner. Spain, France, Brazil would slap those England cheeks. I thought you guys were better getting outplayed by a CONCACAF side. I mean, it's interesting that you didn't mention Argentina. I feel like you would have mentioned Argentina if they didn't lose to Saudi Arabia. Let's not make too many conclusions from the first few games. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shocks. I'm sure still to come. You're throwing in Brazil there, but Brazil were not. Brazil are still my favorites, but Brazil are not very good last night at all. Up until 70 minutes, Brazil were not very good. Casemiro and Vinicius were the only players that were actually showing anything. The rest of the team were pretty poor. Richarlison, I'll probably leave that out because he was getting no service. So Brazil, I wasn't very impressed with. Spain, very impressive in the first game. France, very impressive in the first game. Once they obviously conceded that goal, they responded. But I wouldn't lump Brazil in with those two teams in terms of the first game performances. I don't think Brazil were with those two. I would take them out. If Pulisic scores the winning goal, no England Chelsea fan should bash and complain about Pulisic on the team anymore. I mean, I don't think that's how it works. He still needs to perform for Chelsea. But I've been saying that I think Pulisic's deserved to play more minutes under Potter in the last few weeks. I think he's been playing very well. Well, at least he's been a lot better than the other guys. You know, he's still finishing wise has been pretty poor, but at least he's shown threat. So, but yeah, what he does for US will not impact Chelsea for sure. Sorry, but Rice isn't progressive enough. Shouldn't cost 80+ million. Look at the passes from Casemiro was picking out yesterday. How often does Rice do that? I mean, I don't think anybody should be saying that Rice is better than Casemiro anyway. Obviously, Casemiro is a much better player. A lot of the West Ham fans have been saying that he's a lot more progressive for West Ham than he is for England. I would agree, because there's no way he could play like this for West Ham at all. You know, they wouldn't be able to survive as a team. With Souček, you know, Souček is really not good on the ball. He's not very progressive at all. So Rice is much more progressive in that pivot. But I do want to see in this team, I want to see him be a lot more progressive. I agree with you. But yeah, I think Mason needs to drop in a bit deeper, because a lot of the times I'm seeing Rice pick up the ball and Mason's all the way playing in second striker, and I have no idea why he's so high up the pitch. So yeah, I'd like to see him a bit deeper. Bellingham just needs to improve as well in this match. So we shall see. I don't think they're going to make any substitutions. Big up from San Diego. Big up. As a Chelsea fan, this is the only time I don't want Mount to score. Go USA. Go Chelsea. TB needs to scout while Todd Bowie needs to scout while at World Cup qualifiers. Yeah, I mean, you've always got to take your scouting in the World Cup with a pinch of salt. Obviously, you keep an eye on things, but you don't want to go on someone purely because of their World Cup performances. We've seen a few flops, but we've seen some people make it as well. So you got to take it with a pinch of salt. You've got to take it with a pinch of salt. If Mount is playing as attacking midfielder, then I would rather he didn't. I'd rather he be a lot deeper. So that's my point, Second half kicks off, I'd rather Mount not be an attacking midfielder, and I'd rather have him actually playing as a deeper midfielder, as a centre midfielder. But yeah, it's not about position, really. It's about him just needing to improve in general. His first touch, all these things need to be better in this match. I would like to see him deeper, but even when he receives the ball, regardless of where he is, he just needs to be a lot better. Can't be... If you're going to be versatile, be versatile. Do you know what I mean? Cool. That's a bit behind now. Let me do a new timer. Behind. Still behind. Full screen, messing myself up. All right, so let's see what England and the US are going to bring to us now in this second half. They're going to come with serious intentions of trying to win this match. US have been a lot better since they were bold. I mean, I said the same thing with Japan against Germany. When they went into their shell, didn't really look right. It started to be a lot more attacking when they went to go down, and then they started to create more opportunities. Be a better team. And the US have followed in a similar manner. Still a little bit behind. So we'll see now if they keep that out for the second half. US on the ball at the moment. Just trying to get this timer spot on because it's a little bit out. It's not quite spot on. US on the ball. What they got for us? Come on. Out for a throw. Out for a throw.. It's pretty spot on now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117 Let's see what we got second half for these lot. Appreciate it, bro. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. 47 minutes in. England coming forward with Trippier. Out to Saka. Waste. Pulisic. Down this left-hand side. Here they come. Shot blocked. And cleared over the bar. Shot over the bar by McKennie. McKennie's been very involved in this match. Very, very involved. Should be doing better there, though, with the shot. The amount of time and space that he had. Really bad strike. Hacked over the bar, but he's been positive. That right-hand side, him, Dest, causing problems where it's where most of the threat has come for this US team. Here's Trippier out on the right-hand side to, here we go, Bellingham. Well done into Sterling. Well done, Sterling. Back to Stones. Play that pass. Well done. That's the pass I wanted you to play. Well done. Saka. Down the right-hand side. Let's see if we can pop it into Sterling. Go on, Sterling. Well done, Sterling. Almost. Well done. I saw the gap. You saw the gap. Almost. 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 When Sterling sees a gap, he just goes for it. Literally, he just goes for the gap. He doesn't play around. Oh, well done. He's looking for a free kick. From Adams. Mount and Sterling do anything. I think Sterling's done something. Here's Bellingham. Out to the right-hand side. Oh. Here they come. Yeah, 50 minutes gone. Yeah, the US striker, what is he really offering? I haven't seen anything of him. It's right up front, isn't it? I haven't really seen anything from Wright in this game. Good point. What is he doing? I haven't said his name once since the beginning when I asked who he was. Let me know in the chat what you guys think of Wright so far. I haven't really mentioned him. Damn. It's a good point. Very good point. Here's Saka. Out for a throw-in. Trippier with the throw-in. Here's Maguire. Intercepted. Pickford lobs it over the top. Now Trippier. Clipped over. Go on. Oh, the touch. Your touch is letting you down too much, bro. Again, the first touch. What is going on? Find yourself in a dangerous position. And that touch. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. It's time to get Foden on. It's time to get Foden on, man. I can't be dealing with these loose touches anymore. It's ridiculous now. Too many loose touches, man. Too erratic. Jesus Christ. Mad. This guy wants more P than Reece James. How is that not yellow? Foden and Grealish. Here's Declan Rice. Switches the play to Luke Shaw. Here's Harry Kane. Mason Mount. Back to Maguire. Now Stones. England so passive. It's not good enough. Stones into Saka. Now Trippier. Foreign. What is Kane doing? Referee's blown for a free kick. Wasn't the greatest tackle from short earlier on as well. But for me, I mean, game's starting to become a little bit messy now. It's becoming a little bit messy. I'm glad I can watch the World Cup carefree. My country doesn't even have Silverici net yet, let alone qualification. Jesus Christ. Oh. Jericho. 300k Mace, cool rapper name. My God. 300k Mace. Oh my days. I'm trying not to get ducked into these rumors too much, man, because I can't fathom that he would dare ask for 300,000 a week. I'm sorry, it just doesn't make sense. Cut back, cleared away. Man said Jamaica can't stress. There's no way he's asking for 300k, man. It's not possible. You can't ask for 300k. It's not possible. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. I fully do not believe that he's asking for 300k. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, and I won't believe it. Do you know what I'm saying? I won't believe it. I refuse. I refuse to believe it. The US coming forward again. Pulisic on fire. At this point, I just want to go. Pulisic. Shot blocked. "58 minutes gone. England 0, USA 0. Ball comes into the box. Headed away. Here's Bellingham. Shoved off the ball. Oh my goodness. Free kick. Puts it into the back of the net regardless. Jesus. Ball into the box. Headed away. Listen, this is anybody's game. The US could win this. The US can actually win this game. The US can win this game. I'm telling you. There's no. This game is 50-50 up for grabs. More than up for grabs. More than up for grabs for sure. No doubt about it. No doubts about it. Here they come, coming forward again. Ball into the box, headed away, blocked. Qualification is a wild dream for us. Listen, you guys are playing. You guys are in the game. You guys are very much in the game. So I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised that a lot of you guys are telling me that qualification is a wild dream. I thought you guys would have been pushing for qualification. I thought you guys would have been expecting it. Considering who's in the group, I thought you guys would have been like, yeah, we can qualify. Not expecting, but definitely, you know, realistic ambition to qualify, definitely. Kane out for a corner. 60 minutes in, I can't call at the moment where this is going, because at the moment US are in this game and causing problems, so I can't predict where this is going at the moment. I really can't. I cannot predict, guys. Big up everybody inside. Headed away. Out now for a go on. Bro, I just want to see a goal. Pulisic. Ooh. Should be getting around Harry Kane. Harry Kane. Putting a shift. US are pushing forward and causing problems in this match. I can smell a goal coming from somewhere. US are stepping up their game again. Remember, they've started the first 10, 15, 20 minutes of the first half pretty slowly. And now, similar in the second half, now they're stepping it up again. And they're looking like they're smelling this goal. I think the longer the game goes on, the more confident this US team will be of winning the match and thinking to themselves, do you know what? We can win this and we can 100% go all the way. And if they were to win this, it would be a huge result for their qualification. Massive result. I don't really see why they should fear England. After what I've watched in the first 60 minutes, there's no reason to fear England. Now, you know, they would have been the favourites coming in, but now that you've seen what they're doing and there's no substitutions being made yet, you should be going for the win. Got half an hour left. Here's Dest down this right-hand side. He's chopped inside. Wow, beautiful. Well done from Dest. Shot. Ooh, headed away. England are defending pretty deep. US trying to... Look at this, man. Look at this. The US are doing their thing. The US are doing their thing right now. They're doing their thing. Southgate needs to make some changes. They need to make some changes. Got 5 subs. Use them. Use those subs. Southgate has been in a lengthy conversation with Steve Holland for several minutes on the touchline From England's point of view, they need to take a decision and change this because US are looking more likely to score. Foden, Phillips, and Trent are all warming up for England. Foden is now joining the group in warm up. A lot of people demanding on social media that Southgate make some changes because USA are causing problems. It's a good corner from Pulisic. Again, set pieces has really improved since the game against Wales. Chalk and cheese to Monday's performance. A US goal almost seems inevitable. People are begging for subs, begging for Foden to come on, begging for Rashford even to come on. Here come the US again. Free kick. England getting some respite. He's bringing on Henderson. If he brings on Henderson, I mean, this game is crying out for Grealish or Foden. I agree. It's Henderson that I'm seeing standing next to his mate. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here's Luke Shaw. Mason's got to come off. Mason has got to come off. Grealish needs to come on for Mason, and Foden needs to come on for even Bellingham. Like that's the way I'd be looking at it now. Get Foden on, get Grealish on. Those two come on. Here's Kane. Saka. Grealish needs to come on now. Grealish or Foden need to come on. I'd if I'm going for Mason coming off first, I'd lean towards Grealish. But either or. Bellingham's got to come off as well. He's done nothing. He's done nothing. Henderson's coming on. Grealish is also coming on. 2 substitutions. I think it will be hopefully for Mason and Bellingham. He obviously wants to bring on Henderson to keep that defensive balance in midfield. But you need to, for me, hopefully, if he doesn't take off Mason Mount and he takes off Sterling and he puts Grealish out there, well, I don't know, man. I think you need to take Mason off personally. Got to take Mason Mount off. Here he is on the right hand side. Is this right? No, it's Wales. US. That's a bad touch, man. Yeah, Grealish is coming on. I think he's going to take off Mount and Sterling. No, actually, sorry. I think he's going to take off Sterling. If he's bringing on Grealish, I don't think he's going to put Grealish in the midfield 3. As much as I would love him to be in there, we'll see. Let's see what he does. Sterling, I knew it. Yeah, see. I knew he was going to take off Sterling for Grealish because he doesn't want to go to attacking. Bellingham comes out for Henderson. Somehow Mason Mount stays on. Yeah, Bellingham's not done nothing today, so I don't have a problem with that. I'm not sure how Mount stays on. Yeah, they're decent subs. They're decent subs. It's better than nothing. Yeah, Henderson's given instruction to Mason Mount, so I don't know what that instruction is, but let's see if it improves his performance because his first touch has been very loose today. So those are the first two subs. Grealish in and Henderson in for Bellingham and Sterling. Decent subs. Decent. We'll see if it makes Mason play better, if you're going to keep him on, because I'm sure everybody can see that he's not playing very well. Here's Henderson. Out to Trippier. Here's Saka. One thing Henderson does give you is Henderson gives you the ability to bring on Foden for Mason and put Foden in the 10. If Mason doesn't improve, say, in the next 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, you can bring on Foden, put him in the 10, and then just put Henderson alongside Rice. So you're more likely to see Foden now with Henderson coming on, I think. Here's Grealish. England just need to get some control back in the next couple of minutes, and then we go from there. Here's Rice. Plays it forward to Grealish. Here's Grealish. Grealish doing well. Doing very well, Grealish. Almost getting through. Almost. Should be getting the ball to Grealish as many times as possible now in the next 10 minutes. He's fresh. He's good on the ball. Someone said Madison's in Qatar enjoying his holiday. Appreciate Colin for the super chat. Much appreciated, bro. Madison's in Qatar enjoying his holiday. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, listen, I think Reina and Aronson should be coming on for sure, man. They're good players. I agree with you. If America are to respond to these changes, I'd be trying to get Reina and Aronson on for sure. Here they come. Dest on the right-hand side. Sergio Dest. Dest is giving it his all, man, on that right-hand side, isn't he? He's really going for it today. Dest is going for it today, man. He's pushing. He's pushing to the maximum. He is pushing to the maximum. "71 minutes gone. "71 minutes gone. It's anybody's game. Anybody's game at this point. Anybody's game. Here's Mason Mount. Now Grealish. Here's now Grealish on the left-hand side. Grealish. Kane. Come on, guys. Here's Grealish on the left-hand side. Look at the difference he's made already. Nice overload on this side. Here's Shaw. Henderson. Back to Rice. Good pass from Stones now. Kane. Saka. It's Trippier. Wake up. You know what, yeah? You're taking a risk. If you bring on Trent with Pulisic out on that side, you're taking a risk, but it might be a little thing that you can... I don't think he's going to do it because I don't think he trusts Trent on that side, and Pulisic is over there. I feel like we could be getting more out of that side now. Trippier's kind of dropped off, but can't trust Trent defensively, man. I can see Pulisic ripping the shit out of him. Watch along tomorrow, Matt, between Mexico, not Argentina. Alvarez versus Enzo. DM options for January transfer window. Enzo doesn't play for Argentina, as in terms of he doesn't play on the pitch, like he's always on the bench because they've got so many midfielders. So I don't think he'll play, but Alvarez will definitely play for sure. But I don't think we're going to see Argentina play against... I don't think you're going to see Enzo Fernandez play. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff. So I could do it for sure. I'm in the morning kickoffs on DR for Tunisia, Australia, Poland versus Saudi Arabia. So I could do that Argentina game for sure. Have to give it a little think, but yeah, it's a good shout. It's a good shout. Especially after Argentina lost their first game as well. They need to win against Mexico. Here's Declan Rice. Over to Luke Shaw. Declan Rice. And now Luke Shaw again. Every single one of them is a star for their own clubs. Aronson's coming on. This is one game I ain't watching, the Colonizers derby. Yeah, I'm watching the game, bro. And I think for me, I'd love to see Foden come on. Here's Harry Kane. He wants to have a shot. He hasn't had a shot in a while. Saka, goal kick. Lack of shots that Harry Kane's had on goal this game is not... It's not good enough. I think you could say that Saka could maybe come off soon as well. I think there's... When you got 5 subs now, I think you may as well switch it all up. Taking a look at that bench, I think you could definitely make a case to see Foden come on for Mason Mount. Actually, not even make a case. I think you'd be spot on. I'd like to see Rashford come on. This is why I didn't want Sterling to come off, because I don't think Saka's been so good that you could say between him and Sterling that Sterling definitely has to come off. And now when you're looking at it, I don't know. Who would you rather have on, Saka or Sterling? I think Rashford could definitely come on now, but Rashford can't play on the right. You have to play Rashford on the left, which means you have to move. Yeah, which means, yeah, you have to. But you've got Grealish out there now, so I don't know. McKennie is playing with an injury. Dest is out. Surprised. Making some subs now. Dest is coming off. I think he's had a decent game, pretty good game. Moore comes in for the US. I don't know what Dest is complaining about. He's not very happy. Rashford is coming on, and off comes Saka. But is he playing Rashford on the right wing? Because if he is, I'm not sure about that. Or is he going to a front two? He's going. It looks like he might be going to a front two. Or is Grealish going to play off the right? Let's see what happens. Well, at least Rashford's come on for Saka. Still doesn't want to bring on Foden for Mason. Rashford is on the right. I think you got to get in Foden and get him on that right. Get Grealish in the 10 and get Rashford on the left. Then that way you're playing everybody in their strong positions where they can actually affect the game. Because Rashford on the right-hand side is not that good. If he wants to get the best out of Rashford, for me, you get Rashford on the left, get Foden on. Foden can go and play on the right, and you get Grealish in the 10 and have Grealish and Foden playing close together. Because Rashford on the right is not the same player as Rashford on the left. He needs to get Foden on for Mason, man. Needs to. 10 minutes to go. Reina still not come on. Why the fuck is Reina not on? GGG pisses me off. Yeah, I don't know how Reina's not on, man. Why is Reina not coming on? For this is second game now, Reina's not coming on. I don't get it. I don't get it. I do not get it. Ten minutes to go. Here comes it. Right-hand side. Kane on the right. Coming in the central. Here they're coming down the left-hand side. Here's Mason Mount. Mason Mount striding forward. Good play. Into Kane. Now out to Trippier. Henderson with a horrendous ball into the box. Reina, just like Kai, is not needed. I like Rice, but he's got a way to go to get to Casemiro's level. He's got a long way to go, bro. I thought Reina was more of a centre attacking midfielder, not a left winger. Here's Pulisic. I thought Reina was more of a central player. Here comes US on the right. Is this game really going to end 0-0, really? Again, another game where I'm starving and suffering for goals. Clipped over. Weah's out. And Reina comes on. And Timothy Weah's coming off. On comes Reina. The boy that everybody's been asking to see. He's been calling for. Comes onto the pitch with 8 minutes to go. If US get a point here, it's a big point. It's a good point. Sargent in. Sargent comes in. Wright is coming out. I haven't seen Wright at all in this match at all. You don't take off Weah. Not happy with that, Matthias. He's not happy. This feels more like a friendly than a World Cup game. Here's Luke Shaw. Now Mason Grealish. You don't take off Whale. Shaw. England shit out all of their goals in the first game. No goals in this game. Are we going to get a late winner like what we saw when England beat Scotland all those years ago with a late winner at Hampden Park? Luke Shaw on this left-hand side. Grealish. Free kick. 7 minutes to go. Foden not on. This is criminal. Wide free kick for England. Luke Shaw's going to take it. 6 minutes until full time. Ball comes into the box. It's a great ball in. Someone should have been on the end of that. They really should have been. It's a good delivery in a good area. Nobody on the end of it. Anticipation is not there. Shouldn't have started with the same exact team. How is Mount playing over Foden? Charlie, I don't know, man. I think Foden should have come on a long time ago, bro. Mount's not been great this game. I wouldn't say Bellingham should have stayed on either. I disagree. I think Mount and Bellingham would have come off for me. I don't think Bellingham was very good this game. It's kind of non-existent. I think Bellingham come off, Mount come off, Foden comes on. I would have had Foden on for Saka. Then you have Grealish in the 10. And then you have Rashford on the left, because Rashford on the right is not really the one. Unless he's playing Rashford up front and he's playing Kane in the 10. But then who's on the right? You know, still you need Foden on that right, more so than anybody else. England plays with some stinky football. Here is that super chat there from Tuchelman. England playing some stinky football, yeah. Here's Luke Shaw. Trust the first game I watched for England live. They're the ones that start throwing in the stinky football, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Couldn't play well when I was here. Couldn't play well when I was here. Do you know what I'm saying? Mash up Iran. I didn't watch that one. Smash up Iran. But when it comes to my one, attempts on goal, USA have had double the attempts on goal that England have had. Both teams only one shot on target. Goalkeepers have had to do nothing in this match. Here's Grealish. Henderson. Oh, it's Harry Kane dropping deep. It's a good ball. Rashford. Now Grealish. He's going to cut inside. Jack Grealish. Wonderful play to Rashford. Oh my God. What the fuck was that? Jesus Christ. What are you doing, Rashford? Honestly. Didn't have a shot. Wasn't a cross. Oh. Man has passed it back to the goalkeeper. This is why when people, you got to relax on England, man. Don't hype them too much. You know what I'm saying? People get too hyped. After the first game, people were like, oh, we can win the World Cup. I'm like, bro, relax. People are like, oh, but look at Argentina. They didn't do that well. Germany, see, look, we have a chance. I was like, bro, relax. Calma. Let this team prove themselves, man, properly. Shit. Twice the attempts. Couple minutes to go. England Yunus Musiala should come to Chelsea. Man said he's watching me instead of the game. That says it all. Ball. Oh, US. Cut back. Intercepted. They could have been going somewhere there. Grealish. Pickford. Slaps it clear. Nobody's even on this side of the pitch. Reina a little slow. Adams and Mount. These two are funny. My man, the match. Maguire, best defender on the pitch. Yeah, Maguire has a shout. Just who the hell are you going to give man the match to, to be honest? I'd say maybe give it to Adams as well. That's a good shout for US. It's got to go to a US player, to be honest. I wouldn't give man the match to an England player. If you play a game of FIFA, it might be more exciting. Bro, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I'm very tempted to do a FIFA stream now. Because these guys have bored the shit out of me, man. England, man. But I said I'll take a bit of a break, so I'm probably going to play COD. I will definitely play COD. I need to finish the campaign on Twitch. So I'm going to play Call of Duty campaign. Might play it at like 10 o'clock or something. Just for the dribble out. We need some career mode to wash out our eyes. The thing is, yeah, if I go into career mode, I don't know how many matches I'll really play because I'm not playing the friendlies. I don't know if the World Cup... Is the World Cup in the summer on career mode? Will I get to play the World Cup? Any stream will do. We are in pain. I'll definitely do a stream. I just don't know whether I'll do FIFA because I don't know whether or not the World Cup... Is the World Cup on in the summer? If the World Cup's on in the summer, I would, then that would be pretty good. We could do the World Cup. 4 minutes of added on time. Maguire is in the air. Corner for England. A massive opportunity. If the World Cup's on in the summer, that could be a shout. I'll load up the FIFA game offline and I'll see what the schedule looks like if I'm playing the World Cup games, and then I'll maybe run it. Headed over the bar. Three minutes of injury time. Reina. Here's Grealish. There's a lot of space on the right-hand side for Rashford. He's kind of gone into a dark alley and he won a free kick. Grealish is a very intelligent footballer. Very intelligent footballer. He knows England's best chance of scoring a goal is a set piece, and he's managed to win them one last free kick before full time. Very intelligent player. Wins a lot of fouls. This is why maybe, if you had a Ward-Prowse in the squad, Gallagher's not being used again. If you had a Ward-Prowse for set pieces, much better deliverer of the ball than any of these guys out here, would have been brilliant. What nation? I'm managing France. Yeah, I'm managing France. I took the France job over Christmas in the career mode, so I'm managing France. So they didn't ask me for squad selection, so I don't know if I don't know where the World Cup is. I don't know where it is, when it is. I'll check. I'll turn on my PS5. Game's coming to a close. We're going to wrap up the watch along as soon as the game's over. Shaw is coming to take this free kick. Ball comes into the box. Kane. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, what an opportunity for Harry Kane. That is a massive chance. Not taken by the striker. He's completely mistimed his header. Completely mistimed it. Should be getting that on target. Looks like it's a 0-0. Very much so. This really is about to end 0-0. And England don't deserve to win from what I've watched. But wow, what an opportunity that was for a bit of shithousery from Harry Kane. Rely on set pieces, England's main weapon. Full time. Full time. Wow. No golden boot charge for Harry Kane at the moment. No goals so far in the World Cup. This game has ended 0-0. Very disappointing from an England perspective for the US. The game was even there maybe for a win, but to take the point is not too bad. Maybe banking on the Iran game to win that and qualify via that route. It all goes down to the last game for the US to qualify. Iran now find themselves in a good position. 3 points they picked up today early on against Wales. England are still top of the group. England will go through. They'll qualify. I think England will beat Wales. But, this is a very boring match, a very boring result in the end. Pulisic, man of the match, played better than Sterling, says Smoky Settings. I think Pulisic was very good. Hit the crossbar, of course. Such a meaty game from England. Should have took off Kane. Didn't look 100% fit. Maybe Callum Wilson could have come on. Who knows? Maybe he takes that chance. Callum Wilson is a lot of a fox in the box as well. Adams, man in the match for you, says Ace Riddy. Southgate and Bralatha, I don't know, are two sides of the same coin. Beholter. I'm going to bed, says someone in the comments. We're going to wrap up. Disappointing. Very, very disappointing. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? England shit out all of their goals and then they have nothing left. Until next time, I will let you know on my stories on Instagram what my next stream will be. I will be thinking, I'm going to look at the FIFA now and take a look at the calendar and see if there's any France games coming up. And if not, then I'm going to do Call of Duty on Twitch, but there will be a stream for sure later on, probably around 10 o'clock, maybe 10:30. If it's on YouTube, probably 10 o'clock. If it's on Twitch, maybe 10:30. Until next time, big up your damn selves. See you guys later. In a bit, people. Peace. They're looking for FIFA career mode in the comments. They really want it. We'll see. It could be coming. It could be coming. Check the stories on Instagram. Check the YouTube. Keep the notifications on. We'll see you in a bit.